Sin. Welcome, everyone, to the Township Council Workshop today for Monday, July 14th. At this time, I'm going to ask that the Little Falls Blaze, our team that's being honored tonight, please rise and lead us into the Pledge of Allegiance. So please go right ahead. Ready, girls? That's it. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic which stands one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All right, Coach Joe, you got to get them next time, huh? Thanks, girls. Appreciate that. Madam Clerk, can you read the statement of public notice, please?
Take notice that adequate notice of this meeting has been provided in accordance with NJSA 10:4-8 and NJSA 10:4-10 as follows. The notice of the meeting was prominently posted on the bulletin board at the municipal building located at 225 Main Street, Little Falls, New Jersey on January 7, 2025. A copy of the notice was sent to the North Jersey Herald and News and the Record on the same date. Additionally, a copy of the notice was filed in the office of the Township Clerk on said date. A link and a telephone number to join the meeting virtually can be accessed on the Township website at littlefallsnj.gov. Electronic provisions have been established for the public to participate during the public comment portion of the meeting.
Madam Clerk, can you ask for a roll call, please?
Councilmember Patel?
Present.
Councilmember Murphy?
Present.
Councilmember Havlet?
Present.
Councilmember Vanchery?
Present.
Council President Scoba.
Thank you. Mayor, at this time, I know we were going to start off with Officer Unuzi, but his family is running a little late, so I'm going to turn it over to you if you wouldn't mind. Recognize the young team, the Little Falls Blaze that's here right now.
Thank you, Councilman. This evening, we have Team Sir Fella's 5th and 6th grade championship team who went 10-0 on their way to become Passaic Valley Softball League champions this year. And I see they brought with them their trophy. And I'm going to ask Coach to join me up here, introduce all the girls so we can give them a medal, and maybe we can get a photo with that giant trophy right here in the front of the room.
What? Yeah, no, I'll get it.
All right. Thank you, everyone, for coming out. Thank you, Mr. Mayor and Town Council, for hosting these girls and recognizing their incredible achievement. They did a great job representing the town and really worked hard. So let's get started. First up, Selena Suarez. Emma Purcell. Alina Sino. Lainey Shaka. Valentina Rodriguez. Ella Fortier. Angelina Trapanese. Talia Abdallah. Layla Zanka. Valentina Charfella. And the rest of the coaching staff. Paul Rodriguez, Brian Zanka.
Sorry. You said don't make somebody was saying. I was there that night. It was great. Thank you. On in person. Hey, so they're gonna stick around.
Good.
You, hey, we'll do this, so we have to go one step back.
Yeah, we do.
Okay. Oh, really great.
Carry it. Girls, if you don't mind, we're going to have two more presentations that I'm hoping you guys can stick around for. And then you're more than welcome to leave. You don't have to stay for this meeting and go take some pictures. Everybody usually take pictures on the steps, afterwards. We have two special presentations that we want to get through. What we do? Yeah. So this past Saturday, myself, Councilwoman Patel, and Councilwoman Hablitz attended the holiday parade barbecue as we get ready for the three-town parade. And each of the towns were presented with a beautiful American flag with our township's logos on it, a wood frame. So what we wanted to do right now is, because the mayor unfortunately couldn't be there, as well as Councilman Murphy, is just recognize and thank the fire departments from Little Falls, Woodland Park, as well as Totowa for, giving us this great honor, because I think everyone enjoys seeing the holiday parade come through Little Falls now every year. So it's a great event. I know Councilman Murphy's on the committee and Councilwoman Patel serves as a judge as well to make sure it's just something that, we're proud to be a part of, and we're looking forward to this year's parade. But what we wanted to do is, if the mayor could hold it up to show everyone this beautiful gift we were given, and we're going to find a spot for it here at Town Hall as well. Yeah, we'll do photo. Yeah.
All right, and I'm glad we have a little bit of a young audience in here for this one this evening. Every single year, state of New Jersey gives out awards to police officers who are very active in pulling over impaired drivers. And the group that leads it is known as MADD, M-A-D-D, Mothers Against Drunk Drivers. And we have a patrolman here in Little Falls, Officer Yanuzzi, who has led the way in DWI arrests for year after year after year. And we are proud to have him. Say a little bit more about Officer Yanuzzi's here. Oh, we need to do this all over again. We're missing his mom. We're missing his mom. We need to start again. And here's Officer Yanuzzi's mom, who's very proud of her son. And to tell you a little about Officer Yanuzzi's past year, I'm going to invite Chief Brawl up here to say a little bit about the MADD Award.
Good evening, everybody. As the mayor briefly introduced, every year Mothers Against Drunk Driving bestows upon those officers that distinguish themselves for either drunk or drug driving. So a little bit about MADD. MADD was founded in 1980 by a mother whose daughter was killed by a drunk driver. Mothers Against Drunk Driving is the nation's largest nonprofit working to end drunk driving, helps fight drug driving, and supports the victim of these violent crimes and prevents underage drinking. MADD has helped to save more than 400,000 lives reduced drunk driving deaths by more than 50%, and it promotes the designation of a non-drinking driver. MAD's campaign to eliminate drunk driving calls for law enforcement support, ignition interlocks for all offenders, and advanced vehicle technology. So some of the statistics are actually staggering if you look into them. So we look towards the NHTSA standard, or the National Highway Transportation Safety Administration. More than 13,000 people are killed on the nation's roadways due to impaired drug or drunk driving. We call them impaired drivers. In New Jersey, some of those statistics, last year we had 643 fatalities, and MAD is contributing about a third of those fatalities to drunk driving. So it's very important that push nationally, even statewide, and myself at the local level, is for increased enforcement, increased visibility, and we can help curb and curtail some of these needless casualties. And fortunately, we have officers like Matt Yanuzzi that work here. Matt has answered that call, and his contribution to lessen the people that are out there causing hazards to the rest of us, law-abiding citizens, right, is noteworthy, and we're here to recognize Matthew. As a personal note, anytime that I have an officer here that distinguishes themselves like Matt has done, I think it's important for the community to see his face. I think it's important for the mayor to recognize him, and also for this council, because that's what we expect of our law enforcement officers. And Matt has done an impeccable job in that regard. And without further ado, I'd like to call up Matt. Matt was the recipient of the Passaic County Top Gun Award. So not only Matt arrested a lot of drunk drivers, Matt arrested the most drunk drivers in all of Passaic County as a police officer. And we're happy to have him. We're proud to call him one of us.
Congratulations. I will say we are very proud of Matt to have the top dog here in Passaic County, right here in Little Falls, keeping our streets safe. Matt, thank you for everything that you do to keep Little Falls safe. You are a tremendous asset to this Little Falls Police Department, and we really appreciate you being here in town with us.
Where's your plan?
Yeah. So this is the time where we say, parents and the kids, if you want to head out, you're more than welcome to do so. Like I said, take advantage of taking some photos on the steps like we normally do. Thank you for coming out, and congratulations again. Well, thanks, Joe.
Come on.
No.
Mayor doesn't get to keep the trophy. It'd be a charity. Did it?
I'll give them a minute. We'll close the door. Okay. All right. Can I have a motion and a second to open the meeting to the public for general matters and agenda items?
So moved.
Moved by Councilwoman Hablitz, seconded by Councilwoman Patel. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Okay. Madam Clerk, please read the comment.
Anyone wishing to address the Township Council may do so through the Council President. It is preferred if you give your name and address for the record. Comments are to be limited to 3 minutes. However, if appropriate, you may be granted additional time in the sole discretion of the Council President. Members of the public who have joined the meeting virtually and desire to provide comment shall raise their virtual hand in the Zoom application. The meeting moderator will cue the members of the public that wish to provide comment, and the Council President will recognize them in order. Members of the public who have joined the meeting by calling in must press *6 to mute and unmute themselves and *9 to raise their hand. Members of the public who have joined the meeting via the Zoom application must click the reactions icon and then the raise hand icon. Once the process is complete, we will return to the regular order of business.
Thank you. The floor is open if anyone wishes to speak in front of the chambers. Seeing no one inside the chambers as well as on the Zoom, can I have a motion and a second to close the public comment?
So moved.
Moved by Councilman Murphy, second by Councilman Patel. All those in favor, aye?
Aye.
Aye. Okay. All right. So now we are going to move on to, we're going to call on Mayor Damiano to discuss the following items under Mayor and Administrator's report. I know, Mayor, there is one we're going to remove and table for the next meeting, but I'll allow you to go through them and then we can discuss it.
Great, thank you, Councilman. Some of these are very standard. I'm going to move fairly quickly through them unless there's questions, such as items 1 and 2, the tax refunds, item number 3, and again, these are standard ones that we see on a regular monthly basis or annual basis. I'm going to move through those a little bit quicker tonight. The resolution renewing the plenary retail consumption license, that is for a sale of Park West Diner and a transfer of that license. Fairly simple. Item number 4, the resolution approving the transfer of the plenary retail consumption license, again, the same. The bottom, item number 16 on this list on the agenda is the same thing, but for Cella's and the sale to occur there. That's why we see this on the agenda multiple times this evening. We have 2 separate ones being addressed. Any questions so far on those?
Any questions from council members?
All right. Item number 5 is the chapter 159 resolutions. And throughout the course of the year, as we receive grants, which we have received a number of recently, we need to add them into our budget. So that is what items E through N will be as far as the resolutions. Any questions on that?
Any questions?
No.
Item number 6 is one we see frequently. Item number 7, the resolution authorizing the change order for Stevens Ave improvements. This is a approximate $28,000 change order in relation to the Stevens Ave streetscape for some additional work that occurred in that area. Again, 8, 9, and 10 are fairly, I'd say, normal and ongoing and annual issues. So we don't need to discuss those unless there's any questions.
Go ahead, Mayor.
All right, item number 11 is the resolution creating and implementing the long-range plan to address drainage issues. This is an issue here in town, as basically everyone knows. And what a night to talk about drainage issues here in Little Falls, as we were monsooned on over the course of the night walking into this building. Of course, that is something that we need to address and take serious. So we are going to have a resolution creating and implementing a long-range plan to address drainage issues through the municipality in problem areas. Any questions on that? All right, items 12 and 13 are fairly standard. Resolution acknowledging receipt and review of the 2024 annual report of audit and the resolution approving the corrective action plan for 2024 annual audit. Those are things that we do annually. Item number 14 on the list is the one that Councilman you just referred to, one that I believe W through Y, we are looking to table this meeting to get some further information before having on the following agenda. Any questions on any of those so far?
Good.
Just real
Councilman
quick, just
Murphy.
a comment, Mayor. On 11 and, I'm sorry, 12 and 13, and this is more for our CFO, and I have to give him a little bit of applause because he has been doing a great job and he's been putting his head down. But just on some of the recommendations on the audit, maybe in like 6 months, maybe we'll try to set a meeting or 3 months from now to see how we're coming along with some of these items, just to know that they're being tackled and that we're, making some progress on them. This way for next year, we don't really have any comments and that, we could have a much smoother year. But yeah, just a comment on that.
Thank you. Anybody else have any comments? No? Go ahead, Mayor.
All right, and the last item on the list, as that I haven't addressed, item number 15, is the resolution approving the contract award for panic buttons and camera service systems. And we have done some homework and research, and we have determined that it's best to opt to exceed or to move to a different vendor for our panic button and camera systems here in the municipality. Any other questions on any of these? All right, that's my list of items this evening.
Thank you, Mayor. Can I have a motion and a second to approve the correspondence items?
So moved.
Moved by Councilman Murphy, second by Councilwoman Havelitz. All those in favor say aye.
All right.
Aye. Okay, next up, Madam Clerk, so we are going to remove W to Y. So
Are we also removing X, W, X, and Y?
W, X, and Y, yes, correct. So how do you want me to, do
So
Well,
if if you want to take a vote,
you want to remove, I was saying, Ms. Wenzel, we can remove
so W,
X and Y.
are currently on your agenda.
Mhm.
So you would take a motion on A through V
Mhm.
and Z.
Okay,
oh, and it goes on, Joe.
Oh, yes, very important.
Yeah, I did.
BB.
Yeah.
Make sure you go. up
A and
there.
B, yeah.
all right, so we'll
What's the
do
bill?
that, and then Counselor, do we need to then do anything other for W, X, and Y? We're okay.
These are resolutions.
Okay.
They're being pulled from the floor.
Okay.
There's no question from the council as to why the administration is pulling them from the floor, and it's up to the administration to put it
Okay.
back on
All right.
at the next meeting. So
Thank you.
there would just have to be a motion, a second on A
Through V
V
plus Z and BB.
Z
Thank you.
through BB.
Okay, perfect. Thank you. Okay, can I have a motion and a second to approve resolutions for A through V as well as Z and BB?
So moved.
Moved by Councilwoman Patel, second by Councilwoman Havelitz. Madam Clerk, a roll call, please.
Councilmember Patel?
Yes.
Councilmember Murphy?
Yes.
Councilmember Hablitz, Councilmember Vanchery?
Yes. All right.
Yes, you're good, guy.
Okay. So now we're going to move on to council member reports. Councilman Murphy, you want to start us off?
Sure, Councilman. Thank you. Just a little update. I've been doing a lot of work on the Domestic Violence Awareness Committee ever since the Passaic County Center shut down. I've been going back and forth with Mr. Silva from the prosecutor's office, and she just finally got some updates for me, and we're going to update the web as well. But we had the shelter in Passaic County, which was located, I believe, in Hawthorne, which has also shut. And so I just wanted to make note that other counties are kind of stepping up for us, namely Morris County as well as Essex County. So those are the counties now that we're going to be utilizing should somebody need a shelter or need assistance. We're going to be utilizing their programs and shelters to kind of step up as well as the state services. But we really haven't found the permanent solution just yet. So this is going to be one that takes a little bit of time. But I just want to let everybody know that we are updating all the numbers. We're going to update all the addresses, all the contacts, because that has to all be changed and then probably changed again once that we come up with a permanent solution. But that's pretty much all I have, Councilman. Just wanted to update everybody on that.
Thank you, Councilman. Councilwoman Havelitz?
Thank you. Just a library update. They are having a special presentation for the president and Julia Grant at the White House. That's a special historical presentation by their great-great-grandson on Thursday, July 25th. You can register at the website of the library. Also, you should stop at the library and see the display of Joan Crawford's personal articles, which is the July exhibit, and it was supplied by her grandson. The market's going very well as far as the farmer's market. This week, we're celebrating National Ice Cream Day. So stop down, have some ice cream, visit our vendors.
Thank you, Councilwoman Havelitz. Councilwoman Patel?
Thank you, Councilman Vanchery. Just a few events. So the following events are going to be taking place at the Clifton Satellite Office, which is located at 207 Parker Avenue. They're doing free blood pressure checks on July 24th from 2 to 3:30 p.m. You don't need to register. You could just stop by. And then they're doing free glucose and blood pressure screenings on July 17th as well, between 1 and 3 p.m. So again, just stop by, make sure everything is proper and everyone's healthy. I want to thank the Clifton Health Department. They were at the 4th of July Street Fair. They said they got so many of the residents stopping by, getting information. So that was great to hear. We did have a public health committee meeting last week. And so in lieu of doing a survey, which we had initially been floating around to get a better understanding of what residents are looking for, with the help of the Clifton Health Department, we're going to do a limited township health assessment. So that's going to include interviews with key players within the township in addition to focus groups. So they're looking to do that in September. I'll keep everyone posted on that. And then we're also going to be working with Scott because we do want to update the health department page on the township website. We're really focused on disseminating educational materials, and we thought one of the best ways to start was to kind of put that up on the website, get the word out. So there's a lot going on. We want to make sure residents are informed. So once we complete the first phase of that, I'll let everyone know so they could check it out. And that's all I have.
Thank you, Councilwoman. Just some updates from me. I do want to acknowledge earlier tonight before the start of this meeting, Officer Anthony Englehart was officially sworn in as a member of the Little Falls Police Department. Congratulations to Anthony and his family. He's had a long journey, from the fire department to dispatch to, class 2 to now to police officer. So it's been great to see that. And he's right here in Little Falls and, his family was here. So congratulations to him. Also want to congratulate Officer Yanuzzi. Officer Yanuzzi does great work, and to see him recognized again, it's like the chief said, you want to acknowledge this and to do it in front of us and also the residents of the Little Falls. So it was nice to see that as well. Do want to remind everyone Thursday is the concerts in the park. So hopefully the weather holds up again this week where you can have the band outside at Wilmore Road Park. So if anyone's around on Thursday, please stop by. Also want to remind people the July 26th Waterfest is coming up at the Little Falls Recreation Center at 2:00. It's a fun day with the kids diving in the slides, having the water guns. I don't know with this boot. I don't think I'm diving this year. I think I'll just be standing there throwing water at kids. I don't know. But if anybody's around, hopefully the weather holds up as well. It should be a fun event. I also do want to acknowledge the Little Falls PBA Local 346. As Councilwoman Patel said, the July 4th Street Fair took place recently, and it was a great event. It was well attended. The weather was not that bad, and it's just great work and that they do. And to see, everybody from the community stop in and enjoy it as well is always refreshing. So again, kudos to them. That's it for me. Can I have a motion in a second to open the meeting to the public for agenda items only?
So moved.
Moved by Councilman Murphy, second by Councilwoman Patel. All those in favor?
Aye.
Thank you. Madam Clerk, want to read the comment?
Anyone wishing to address the Township Council may do so through the Council President. It is preferred if you give your name and address for the record. Comments are to be limited to 3 minutes. However, if appropriate, you may be granted additional time in the sole discretion of the Council President. Members of the public who have joined the meeting virtually and desire to provide comment shall raise their virtual hand in the Zoom application. The meeting moderator will cue the members of the public that wish to provide comment, and the Council President will recognize them in order. Members of the public who have joined the meeting by calling in must press *6 to mute and unmute themselves and *9 to raise their hand. Members of the public who have joined the meeting via the Zoom application must click the reactions icon and then the raise hand icon. Once the process is complete, we'll return to the regular order of business.
Thank you. Can I have a motion in a second to, I'm sorry, if there's anyone on the chat that wishes to comment, there's nobody in the room. So anybody on the chat wishes to comment, please let us know. Seeing no one on the chat and no one here in the dais, can I have a motion in a second to close the public comment?
So moved.
Moved by Councilwoman Patel, second by Councilwoman Havelitz. All those in favor?
Aye.
So next part, can I have a motion in a second to adjourn this meeting?
So moved.
Moved by Councilwoman Murphy, second by Councilwoman Havelitz. All those in favor?
Aye.
Thank you. This meeting is adjourned. Thank you.